Hello friends, my name is Leah of, y'all see that, Cozy Crochet Co, where I show you how to crochet the cozy way. And in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you why I plan on frogging my Sophie scarf. And I know some of y'all are going to be upset, but I have a good reason, I promise. Do y'all like my neon sign? I think it's so bougie. Oh my gosh, I feel official now, right? I feel like I was always official, but I feel like I'm official. Anyway, before we get into that, are you subscribed? I don't understand why you're not. I mean, I'm like entertaining, right? Go ahead, subscribe if you like crochet and yarn content and even some knitting content. Oh, look at me be elevated. If you like if you like this video, make sure to leave a like and comment down below. Have you ever made a Sophie scarf? Do you plan on making any of the Petite Knit patterns? Because I'm obsessed. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at cozycrochet.co, where I share with you all my whips and anything else that I'm working on. Big shout out to all of the channel members. Thank you so much. If you would like to become a channel member, get access to videos a day earlier than everybody else, access to free patterns whenever I come out with them, and other behind the scene exclusives to become a member today. I would love to have you. The link is going to be down below in the description. Alright guys, so all that out the way, let's get into why I'm going to be frogging my Sophie scarf. Now really quickly, I'm going to show you what it looks like. She is a long one. Let me see if I can put it on. If you don't know what the Sophie scarf is, it's probably the most made, I'm being pretty like biased here, but it is objectively one of the most knitted items ever, and in my opinion, because it's so easy. Now I'm making the shawl version in the scarf way. I don't know, I'm pretty sure people can understand what I'm saying, but mine is extra long so I can like wrap it around my neck twice, but it's almost done. It's so cute. If you don't know what the Sophie scarf and Sophie shawl is by Petite Knit, I would highly recommend going on Ravelry and looking it up, and you will understand why everybody is obsessed with it. I absolutely love it. I'm using one cake to make this, but I am going to be frogging it. I know some people are going to think that I'm creating I am doing an act of blasphemy here, but it is for a good reason, and I'm going to share with you that reason in just a second. So one of the biggest trends in this season is hoods, or scarf hoods, balaclavas if you will, and I'm also obsessed with it. I am also going to hop on that train and make myself a hood. Petite Knit just came out with the Sophie hood. I never bought a pattern so fast. So fast even, I forgot to change the language on the pattern that I bought to English. So I have one that's in Dutch and one that's in English. But you know what? It's okay, because we support creators. We support our designers around here, so I didn't even ask for a refund. I just was like, you know what? Next time, I just gotta be more mindful of what pattern I'm choosing. I was just super excited to buy the Sophie scarf pattern when it was available. So I'm excited and I'm very much ready to make it. So the Sophie hood, I'm going to insert a picture, but the Sophie hood is pretty much a big giant version of the Sophie shawl, or a bigger version of the Sophie scarf. It's using both the I-cord and it's made in garter stitch. So it's super simple and I'm so ready to make it. But I'm like, I have to finish this one. So I'm going to back up a little bit and share with you the entire vision that I have for the Sophie hood. Okay, so I have this yarn. This is the Premier Anti-Peeling Butterfly yarn. I got it like few videos back. I'll link it somewhere so you can see that whole haul. But this is in the color Riverbank, and I really like it. It's super pretty. It matches perfectly with my winter coat. And so I always wanted to make a really big scarf, a shawl, something that I could wear when I wear my coat. So I decided that I was gonna make the Sophie scarf because I learned how to make it, and I was super excited that I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna use a whole big cape and make a really big Sophie scarf or Sophie shawl. I decided on the scarf kind because I was just too excited, and so I really like how it was turning, and I was almost done until Sophie came out. Not Sophie. Wow. Petite Knit came out with the Sophie hood, and I was like, oh, now I can use both of them. Oh my god. Yes. I see the vision. So my plan is to, because I really like the stripes. So my plan is I'm gonna frog it. I'm gonna frog all of this back to the middle, and then I'm just gonna continue to increase until I get to the point where I need to start making the hood portion. And then once I get to the middle of the hood portion, I'm gonna start with this one and work my way through the stripes. It's gonna be so good. And so I'm gonna have my cute little gray hood with my little stripes on the bottom. Oh, I'm so excited. I hope that makes sense. Does that make sense? I'm super excited. I can't wait. I've been super obsessed with the Sophie scarf, and so I do plan on making a Sophie scarf eventually out of like some yarn that I just have like lying around, because it's a super short scarf, and I tend to like longer scarves because I'm a longer girl. But I don't know. I would have to look back at the pattern. I don't know how many grams it is that you actually use for the smaller version. But I feel like I have plenty of little ball skeins, so I'm thinking I'm just going to go ahead and use maybe like a scrap piece of yarn or something and make the small Sophie scarf. But as far as the Sophie shawl, I have yarn literally set aside just for the Sophie shawl. I do. I have 100-gram balls, skeins of yarn just waiting. Yep. I'm that girl. Now that I know how to do it, now that I know the formula, I feel like I can do anything. I feel like I can knit anything. That's probably not true. I probably still need to learn some more techniques, more skills, but I feel like I definitely can conquer just about anything right about now. So I'm ready for the scarf. I'm ready for the hood. I'm ready for all the Sophie accessories. So make sure you're following me on Instagram, because I am going to show you how I do that. But as of right now, I do have to frog it. So we are going to frog together. I know, it's a sad time. It is. It really truly is a sad time. So what I'm going to do, and then I have to pick up stitches. Picking up stitches also terrifies me. So I can see my first decrease in here. It's my first increase that's gonna get me. And you know what's crazy is something really did tell me to like do my first increase. So if this is my first decrease, 8 rows back was my first increase, or my last increase. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that looks about right here. So I should be frogging it right about that part. Do y'all see? All right. Are you ready? I'm not ready. I am officially taking off my needles. You're gonna see a stitch markers flying as well. Oh my gosh, dropping some stitches. If y'all just knew how many mistakes I made in this scarf alone, the nightmares you would have. But and it's crazy because in the gray you can see them more. I just look like I'm not frogging this. And now look at me, I'm frogging more than majority of it. And half of me is thinking like, should I use, this is what the rest of the skein looks like. So I'm just going to, and I'm center pulling it. So I'm thinking I'm just gonna wrap it around itself like this so that it doesn't get tangled. But yeah, here we go. Here we go. Oh my gosh. We got hung up on our first stitch marker, and then we're just going to frog it. This is probably the only time I've ever actually been excited to frog something. The only thing is I'm not excited to pick up these stitches. That's the only thing. Okay, I think those are good. So I'm just going to, so then my yarn doesn't get like super tangled every few rows I'm just going. There's a lot of frogging I have to do too. I feel like normally I don't like frogging things. I really don't. I'd rather just keep it. I just rather live the whole entire pattern blind. But I really wanted to use both of these skeins of yarn together, and I think this is just perfect. And you know what? I genuinely do really like making this, so I don't mind it. It's just picking up the stitches back. That's the only thing I'm not excited about. I'm starting to think that maybe I should have used my ball winder. I'm starting to think that there might be a mistake waiting to happen with this. Anyway, we're almost done. I think this is the last row, and now I'm gonna start picking up stitches. I'm gonna use my Haya needles because this is a great time to actually try them. So this is my Hayas. This is the first time that I'm actually going to be using them in this video, in this project. This is the first project that I'm going to be using them in. And I don't know, like, I don't know about knitting needles, but I know, like, sometimes when you're using different types of crochet hooks, it can throw off your tension. Once again, this is for me, so I don't really care if my tension is off, but I don't think it's gonna, like, happen because they're both, like, metal. So let's figure out, let's go, what size is these? I'm gonna now start to pick up the stitches where I left off. So, all right, I'll be back. I have got all the stitches back on my needle, and this cord is too long. So I might end up having to actually transfer them to the 16, because for me, this is a little bit, actually, I take that back because the hood is gonna be about this long. So maybe I'll just keep it on for now, but I have all the stitches on here. Now, are they right? I don't know. I guess we'll find out when we start knitting, but this is what it looks like. I'm now back to where I first increased. Hopefully this is the right increase. And then from this point, I'll just keep increasing until I get to the hood part. So yeah, make sure you are following me on Instagram because that is where I share all of my updates and pretty much everything that I'm working on in real time. And also, if you do tune into the podcast, I do updates there, but every Wednesday I do a Whip Wednesday for my channel members, a special video just for them. So if you would like to see the progress of the Sophie hood and my thoughts about it as I'm working on it, make sure you become a member. It'll be down below in the description. I appreciate all my members, and it really does help out the channel. Anyway, guys, that's it for this video. I'm actually gonna go ahead and start knitting while my son is still asleep. So that's gonna be it for today's video, guys. I hope you have a wonderful day, and as always, create something gorgeous. Bye, guys.